Well, the cows appear to be doing cow things. Hey everyone, welcome back to Münsinger Alb. Welcome back to Deep Sky Farms. We are on day 2, September 1st, and we're just about to go out and cut some grass. Off camera, sort of. I got the gardens up and running. I went around, I filled them up with some manure and some compost and did all that good stuff to get those systems going so that while they're chugging away, we can go off and do some grass works. We have one apple tree up and running. We still have to do compost on the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Our compost productions are doing their thing. We've got raw compost in both of them. So while those are recharging, we are going to fill up some silage additive in our forage wagon, and off we go. I did make a change. I traded in the Samaz mowers for this one here. This is available in the mod hub. Don't ask me who did it. I can't remember. And same thing with this. I traded in the one that came with the map for this one. This is another pack that's in the mod hub. It's the same size as the one we had before. The only difference is this one has the ability to take silage additive, so that will give us a little bit of a boost. I think we might have to do a little bit of shuffling around up there, but let's hope we don't. So let's get some stuff done. There we go. There's our silage additive, and we're gonna take that. Take this little tractor back out of the way. You know, it occurs to me I might want to think about our storage situation. We're just going to park this up here. And we'll put it away later. But we might want to think about our storage situation. Also might want to think about maybe racking. Because we do have a little bit of space here. So the reason that I traded in the Samaz mower was only because I've used the Samaz mower in just about everything. So fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin around like this, have a look, and see which silo we're going to try and fill into. I think one of them has bales in it, and we might need to do a little bit of shuffling. Yeah, the one on the left has 4 bales into it. The one on the right does not. Okay. So that's our plan. And also, it is sunny. It is 15:02. It was raining all morning. I wanted to get on this early, but you know how it goes. Now, I know that it affects harvest, like the harvest, whenever it rains. I don't know if it affects grass cutting. In reality, you don't really cut grass in the rain. It's just a recipe for disaster. Okay, so let's give this thing a try. And we're going to go backwards. And we are just going to go and see how this goes until we fill our wagon. And repeat as necessary. And I think I'm taking a little bit of the margin here, but that's okay. It's all grass, right? It's all silage. So the reason that I want to do, yeah, we're into the margin, but that's okay. That I want to do all of this silage is so that we can both run our BGA, and we can also run our composters off of silage as well. And, you know, most importantly, feed our cows. Because the plan is to use the cows to, well, make cow products. And run them through the dairy, make money off the dairy. In addition to our you know, fruit and veg sales through the farm stands. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to treat all of these fields like one big field because they're all grass. And by doing that, I'm hoping that it leverages the strengths of this forage wagon. But who knows, I might be doing this wrong. Okay. I'm not sure how we want to do the end rows. Let's just run down there, straighten out on the highway, or on the road, and run it all the way back up. Maybe we look at buying Field 9 in the future. Okay, so we can get in here and hopefully not take down that sign. And that should have been a gentle enough turn for us to not lose too much. Because this idea of mowing directly into the forage wagon, it's a new one for me. I saw somebody else do it, and it's like, oh, that kind of makes sense. It saves the number of trips back and forth across the field. Because traditionally, I would have come out here with the biggest mower I could plank down, mow it, windrow it, and then come out and pick it up. But this way is a little bit different. Hopefully this will be at least as efficient as doing it the other way. I don't know. We're going to find out. Also, it occurs to me that I should have picked up a grassland roller. Okay, maybe we'll do that on our next equipment purchase. Because I don't think we'll be getting another cut out of this before winter. Yeah, September. Yeah, no, I think this is it before winter. So we'll worry about that in the spring. Hopefully over the winter, between the dairy and everything else that we've got going on, we'll be able to afford that. Okay, so it's dropping a little bit in the corners here, but not too bad. That might be a case of we just come back and windrow up the corners and pick those up. Also, I'm pretty sure that we're not gonna dump into the hay dryer for these fields. We are going to do the two front fields. The two little fields will be into the hay dryer, because we will need a lot of silage to go into other productions. Like, we've got to feed basically two chains off of it, whereas actual hay, we do have a couple of bales in stock. To run the hay dryer, we're going to need to run the biogas plant. So something interesting that I noticed about our biogas plant was that it doesn't have methane as a separate product. And I was kind of hoping to run a methane tractor. But, okay, so we're not going to be able to get that. But there we go. Now we're straightened out enough. That should come back down. I was sort of hoping to run a methane tractor. Like maybe the little New Holland or something like that, the little crawler track ones, to look after our gardens, but I'm not sure how to do that without, just buying methane. I was hoping to run it off the biogas plant, but we'll see. Maybe we'll plank down yet another production. Or I go in and I edit it and have methane as a separate product. I was really hoping to not have to go in and edit the map, but, it's not unreasonable to think about doing that. How are we doing here? Okay. So 71%, 73, 75. I think when we get up to the end of this row, we're going to peel off and go drop what we have into that bunker. Elevation changes. With the right equipment, we own this little patch right here of wild stuff. With the right equipment, we could cut this. I'm sure we could. and then turn it into, I mean, hay or whatever. And actually, the whole place around here could use a general cutting. I didn't want to be in this one. Only because those silage bales are there. I mean, I could move the silage bales, but... Okay. I'm kind of curious to see how much we're going to get. Wow, okay, I'm going to have to do 2 tips on this. It's not as long as I thought it was, and I was moving a little bit faster than I probably should have been. So the keen-eyed among you will notice that I was running with my time set to 0. That's okay. I've got it back up to 5, and we can just carry on like this. Now, I wonder... how clean is this cutting, or how clean is this picking up? Seems to be okay, I guess. And I think the strategy of doing all the fields in one go is going to pay off, too. Looks like we missed some there. Yeah, this idea works good if you can manage to keep things pointed in a straight line. I guess the alternative to this is to have, you know, run like a batwing setup and cut everything like in one 10-meter wide swath. Can I spin all the way around here? I should be picking up my other thing. That kind of didn't work out as cool as I thought it was going to be. But that's okay. Yeah, so this is, you can see here where the pickup is off tracking, so we really need to try and straighten things out. This isn't too bad though, so a slight turn is okay, but if we really jack it sideways, then that's going to be a problem. Although once we get a couple of rounds done, we can then, we're going to go on this side here. Don't hit that sign. Once we get a couple of rounds done, then we can just start spinning around in the corners. Like doing an outside loop, if you know what I mean. I think you've seen me doing that before. And it also occurs to me that later on down the road, in the future, a future plan for expansion might be to think about picking up a forage harvester that does, maybe. I don't know if that would actually get us anywhere or not. Now, I don't know if that actually would get us anywhere or not. I mean, we're doing the same job right now, right? I mean, this is okay. This is okay. Okay, I'm going to carry on and do some more of this. I'll let you know how it works out when it's done. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do after that. I guess we'll have to squish it and blanket it, and then we're good to go. Okay, we're coming in with the second load. And we're opened up enough that I was able to do an outside spin in one corner. So I think things are going to start progressing pretty rapidly from here. So let's just see how we can make out with this. Not that one. You know what? I need to make some signs for these silos. So we're going to come in tight on this side. And we're just going to go super slow. Well, maybe a little bit faster than 0. A good application for cruise control. I do like the drive-through silos because they are kind of self-compacting. Okay, let's go get some more grass. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let me pick up both. I think I left a little bit down there. Yeah, we got enough room now. We can play this game at least once on this corner. And I think I can probably do the same out here if I go out onto the road. So we just go and pick up. Don't hit that sign. Don't drive like my brother. Down. Okay, I think that was good. I think that straightened out enough for us to get that corner. The one that's being challenging is the one up in the back corner with the forest on both sides of it. Although this is looking pretty good. Yeah, this front section is doing pretty good. I wonder, would it make sense for us to reverse or like spin around, start going clockwise around the field, and kind of pair off those corners? How are we doing? We're at 38% fill. I mean, we could try it. No harm in trying, right? so we're gonna want to shove this kind of up into the trees. That was some precision driving right there. Okay, and my idea here is that this is going to shave off that corner up by the forest. I mean, alternatively, we start just going back and forth. Like, just, you know, stop doing racetrack or circuit or whatever it is that we're doing and just run up, down. Because we do have enough room to turn at one end, at least. $57, $58, okay. So let's see how we do here. Oh, just clear the guardrail. Okay. That was a nice clean corner. That was a little bit oversteered, but, you know. Looks like we're going to be getting a little bit more than 70 off of this run. That's okay. Is our yield fluctuating? Our yield is fluctuating. Well, that's okay. We can always adjust it by taking a little bit of a thinner pass. Also, could I just take a moment to say how pretty this map is? Because it's pretty nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're not even gonna try to make this corner here. We're just gonna try and clear the end off like this. Pull way out. Up. And we're at 85%. Maybe knock this back a little bit here. Actually, that path kind of works out because that points us in the way that we wanted to be pointing. And if we were using the top bunker, well then, you know, we would have it made in the shade. But still, this is going to be okay. Yeah, I really need to make signs for this. Okay, we can actually shut both of those down. Is 5 the magic number? Okay, we're really knocking this down. We just dropped load number 5 into the bunker. And I think our ends are opened up enough now that we can just, pick a side, go up, down on it, and we're really going to rock and roll, I guess. You know what, though? As I look at it, see, we've got this bend in the field here. So maybe we make this its own thing and the other one its own thing. I don't know. Right? Because we can up down on this to kind of narrow it down a little bit. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a couple of extra swipes back and forth across here. Because we definitely have room to turn around now. And I didn't quite want to do it like that. But let's see how it goes. Right, because I'm thinking if we straighten across here, then we spin back like this. Yeah, and that'll kind of even things out a little bit, I think. That way we're not stuck with a couple of islands on either end that we're running back and forth between. So yeah, this here we go out like this. Okay, this is looking like a thing. Look out, Phil. Actually, let's just we'll zip this off too. Every little bit counts, right? Oh, he's making a friend with the deer. Okay, so it's full dark, 1920 evening, and we're getting down to the end of it. We've got our field. It has just split into two, so we don't have much more to go on this. I'm figuring maybe another 3-4 loads, but our yield, once we got off the edges, the middle of the field has pretty good yield. You can see that down in the mini-map. And I guess what we're gonna do once this is done, we'll see what it looks like September 2. I might give it a roll with a grass roller. Because that would jump us. Well, actually, I don't know if it still does that anymore. It used to jump us ahead by 1 growth stage. I'm not sure if that's still the case anymore. But we can try it and see. I know that with precision farming, it doesn't do anything to affect the nitrogen level. Or at least I don't think it does. That'll be something interesting to have a look at. Okay, just confirming that we do actually have precision farming on. And our scores are all over the map. pH nitrogen. Like, it's currently... Okay, so this is interesting. Currently where we've cut is red nitrogen. And in the middle, it's slightly less bad nitrogen. But grass doesn't really need to worry about nitrogen a whole lot. Like, we could plant... If we were into soybeans, we could plant this with soybeans, no problem. So I think it might be worth it to roll it with a grass roller and see if there's any change to the nitrogen, because this is the case where it would show, right? Okay, so when we get up to the end here, do we want to just keep sailing up, or do we want to spin around and cut this part first? I think we want to spin around and cut this part first. Right, because we've got that up there, but we'll catch that at the very end. Where's our cut? There it is. Yeah, this is, we're knocking this down pretty good. And yeah, I know technically we shouldn't be mowing across a gravel road, but maybe we'll take one of these gravel roads out. Actually, I don't know if we can, but we can see. I'll test it off camera and let you know. There, and then... So there's a few spots here and there, I guess, where the trailer is straightening out that we're missing pickups, but it's not the end of the world. It's not as clean as doing it with a windrower, but it's certainly a lot faster. The only thing that would make this really a lot faster is if we did the full butterfly mower setup. But you know, if we stay in the grass and cow business, maybe we can pick up a Krone Big X, because we are technically in Germany, right? I find running a case on a German map kind of weird, but whatever. It's here and it works. So speaking of German maps, I've started another one. I've been looking at it. It's called Geistal. It's by Lucas G, who did Fichthal V2 and probably Fichthal V1 actually. But Fichthal was one of my favorite FS22 maps because it was small fields, but there was a lot of them. And you were constantly doing stuff in it. Plus, it was the series, not a lot of interest in it, but oh my god, it had a cool theme. Oh, I've lost my, I've lost my pickup wagon. I wonder how far that happened. Okay. Oh, we're full. Oh, that's why. Okay, well, we know what to do with a full trailer. Okay, there we go. That's the end of that field. So tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to lay our hands on a grass roller, and then we're going to cut the other two. And the other two, I'm somewhat less... I mean, it's going to be grass, and it's going into the grass dryer. That's the plan. But let's go and see what we've got for total in this bunker. And then I suppose we'll have to get caught up on our chores, because I suspect we're going to have to do some looking after the cow kind of stuff. Okay, how are we doing? 154,000 liters. That's okay. We'll take that. Okay. And I guess we'll use our telehandler to kind of even this out and pack it down. What are we at for compaction? 32, yeah. So just by, you know, dumping repeatedly in here, it is kind of compacting on its own. Okay, so I went ahead and I got the grassland roller and I'm hitting it right away, like literally right after we cut it. I'll run late into the night. I might even slow the clock down. But I wanted to get this experiment done to see and try and answer the question of, does rolling it actually make a difference? Now, to me, just judging by a difference in texture, it looks like there is something happening. But we're going to pull up here and we're going to look at the map. And we're going to hop out and see if we can actually see a difference. Yeah, it looks like it knocked down some of the growing grass. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at the map first. Okay, so precision farming, no change in nitrogen. Because I started down here at the bottom corner of 18 and we just did this strip here. And no change in pH. Okay, so according to this, we've jumped from harvested, we've jumped into the first level of growing. So it behaves how it did in Farm Sim 22. It gives us a 1 growth stage boost. So this is worth it, especially if we want to do this as our main thing. Okay, and just to confirm here what's going on. Growth harvested. Growth growing. Okay. Stage 2 of 5. Oh, really? Okay, so growth harvested. And growth stage 2 of 5. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, well that answers those questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue rolling this out. And I'm going to go clean up that bunker and get it blanketed. And then the next time I see you, I think by then we'll have some products from our garden. Yeah, they're ticking along here. We might be doing some garden work. And we're definitely going to get the rest of the apple trees online. How's our cottage garden doing? Okay, yeah, it's doing all right. It's doing all right. And the compost. Okay, so we're full up on compost on 1, and we can fill them up with compostable materials and get those going again. Okay, this is good. We're in good shape here. Thank you very much for coming out. I really appreciate it. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. If you really like what we're doing, think about subscribing. I'd really appreciate that. We're up over to 223 as of last count. If you want to see some high quality Minecraft content, check out our friends over at Otter Plays. And watch this space. I'm considering doing a second map. I haven't decided yet. But I do want to carry on with this. We're doing pretty good. So, until next time, take care of yourselves, y'all.